Are we on? Is this thing on?
Check 1, 2.
Is this thing on? I don't know. I can't tell.
Are we
Bill,
out there? Are we out
I
there?
don't know why he's ignoring me, Bill, but how am I supposed to perform my best when our executive producer's not even talking to me?
Are we on, Bobby?
Oh,
Oh, he
Bill!
said we're on, buddy. Go.
Bill, here we are.
We're ready. Go.
Bill. I'm glad to be here. It's a little rainy, and it's rainy outside, and we got a little stormy over here. But it's another Sunday morning in Nashville, Bill
Another
Cook.
beautiful day with the Russell clan.
It's called the Nashville Coffee Talk, featuring Bill Cook, the Honky Tonk Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Bill,
Yes, Russell.
how's your week been,
It's
Nashville,
been-
Tennessee?
It's been good. I have no reason to complain. I've been busy working and had a few days off, so
Had days off.
I had one.
Well, what's a man like you do with a day off? I can only imagine the adventures.
Well, let me tell you what I did.
I don't tell. What or who, Bill? No. Well, Bill, I've had a busy week myself.
You
It's
always
been a
work
bit-
hard.
I try to work hard,
Yeah.
Bill. Sometimes people say I hardly work. I say, I know, I've got a great band to do all the work for me. Of course, some people say I don't have real work at all. I just
lot of people-
I have a hobby that I
Hobby.
try to get paid for.
That's right. A lot of people say that.
But it's an occupation. It's a full-time job being this pretty, Bill. It is.
Well, it is. Look at all this.
Yeah, buddy. I tell you, this is like man's makeup. What I do.
I got you.
Some people told me the other day, they're like, women, they wear makeup and push-up bras and, all this and such. And I'm like, have you seen me?
That's right. Look what all this is.
Say, do they wear sparkly blouses?
Right. I mean, do you see what
was gonna mention that.
Do you see what I do?
I see that.
Glowing.
I mean, it is a facade. If
You're
ever.
shining in the light.
Yeah, but I know I am honest with myself. See.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honest with myself. I know exactly the level of mediocrity that I'm at, so I'm okay with it. I might fool other people, but I don't fool myself. So I don't mind if people do certain things. But speaking of terrible people, Bill, see who we have with us today? Special guest on Coffee Talk. We have Lucy back in the fold. Oh,
Good morning, everybody.
once more in the breach. She gave up ranching, Bill.
Well, she was there for a short time.
Well, she realized that, you actually that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah.
It's that's way worse than, can you imagine dealing with I would say angry bull, but that's probably like dealing with me sometimes. But no, Lucy, I am glad you're back. I saw her over at the Western World the other day.
Yeah, that's where I
And,
saw her.
yeah, and I was having a drink, I believe, from what I'm told.
Yeah, that's what was happening, Russell. Yes.
But I'm always glad to have Lucy back around.
Always.
And Lucy, how have you been? Tell everybody, they've all missed you.
Oh, yes. I've been well. I said I would only be here this morning if Bill Cook was here, so I'm
That's
happy.
the truth. That is the truth. I asked her to play with me. This has been like a couple weeks ago. I said, "Can you play that show with me?" And she goes, "Is Bill Cook going to be there?" I swear. I texted you, did I not, Jason, about that?
Who could blame her?
I know. Hell, I only do it because you're here, Bill.
Oh,
Otherwise, I ask
no,
myself every week. I'm like, is Bill Cook?
Why do I put up with this abuse every day?
Is that
every
abuse?
Sunday? It's not.
Bill,
It's
it's-
nice, but
It's an
she's
open.
just being nice.
It's
that's
an
all.
open love letter to you every Sunday, Bill.
Well, the feeling's mutual to all you guys and gals.
Well, I'm grateful to be here, and we're going to have a good time here at AJ's Good Time Bar. We had some folks just sat down at the bar. Welcome in, guys. We're getting warmed up. We're going to go for it at some point.
Maybe we should explain why we're rambling on. We're live.
Well, Bill, we are live, and what you guys have walked into is called Nashville Coffee Talk featuring Bill Cook. And
I didn't mean that part. I meant why we're talking.
oh, well, we do this every Sunday. It is called Nashville Coffee Talk featuring
Yeah.
Bill Cook. And we play, but people are tuned in around the world. They watch on the AJ's Good Time Bar Facebook page and on YouTube. And Bill has quite the cult following on there. And so they want to know about the goings-on of Mr. Bill Cook, you know. So that's what you might walk into, is us talking a lot. But, you know, it's a Sunday, and it's like, if there's ever a time to just talk and get through it, and you know, people are watching at home, they're not ready to party right now. They're just sort of getting into their day.
That's right.
They're
That's
laying
right.
out of church. You know, they're just having a good Sunday.
We're
chilling
getting
out.
ready for. No, it's too late for that.
Yeah, they've already, unless they're going to second service. Well,
That's right,
there's
you're
still maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
depends
you're
what
right.
time zone. Anyway, let's get it going, Bill. A little Nashville Coffee Talk
Yep.
theme song. My voice is probably not going to make it, but we got Lucy here to distract them. Don't mess it up, Lucy. I need you. Yep. I think. Coffee black, cigarette. Start this day like all the rest. The first thing every morning that I do is start missing you. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die. Rendezvous in night. Willing woman, hold me tight. But in the middle of love's embrace, I see your face. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die. Some broken hearts never mend. Some memories never end. Some tears will never dry. My love for you will never die. Yeah, well, there's that, Bill. So,
That's
Bill,
it. Yeah, buddy.
just so everybody knows, you don't play with me every show.
No,
No, Jason and Mark play a lot of my gigs with me, way too many for their liking, I'm sure. But you only get the pleasure to play with me once a week, generally. On Sundays, you play here, and
Yeah,
we have
and
another show right
the
after
other
this, so we do. But you don't always get to see my full-on ridiculousness. But it happens, believe it or not, Bill.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
There are times, not that you've ever seen it. Yeah, Lucy sees it. There are times, Bill, that I have a good time.
I think you had a good time yesterday. Didn't
Well,
you?
I was
Last night?
told.
I was told. Yeah.
Well, here's what it was. It wasn't that I was more so than ever, but I was kind of amped up yesterday. I was in a zone yesterday. You know,
A good zone.
yeah, good zone. I was in a good place.
There you go.
Yeah, mentally and almost physically, and I would say spiritually, but what I mean by that is I ended up in the spirit world. Is what I'm saying.
What I mean by that, I'm saying what I mean
Yeah,
by that.
what you see, Bill. But I had a good time. We had some good shows yesterday.
I bet
a
you
lot
did.
of good
You
people.
always do, Russell.
Well, Lord have mercy, Bill. You don't have to lie right to my face.
I mean, I played with you at bar across the street.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of times, and you
Yeah.
always do a good job over there.
Well, thank you, Bill. Now, I really appreciate that coming from you because I had a lot of friends in town. I've got a lot of friends in town this past weekend, and people have been good to me. And sometimes they're so good to me that they're bad to me when they start bringing all them drinks up. Remember the guy last night, Jason? He came up with 5 tequilas. Now, remember, I'm the only one in the band that drinks tequila.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He comes up with
Trying
5.
to put you 6 feet under.
He was. 5 tequilas. This is no lie. 5 tequilas. And I bet that guy gave us over $100 during the day. And he was like, this is for you to not play any more Garth Brooks tonight. Did he not? Yeah. And it wasn't just 5 tequilas. Then he brought up 4 more, because I'm the only one that drinks tequila. He brought up 4 more drinks for the full band to have a drink.
Wow.
And that was and threw a 20 in the tip jug to not play any more Garth Brooks.
Told us we couldn't play any more Garth Brooks unless it was $150.
$150. And I was fine with that bet. That was that deal. I was fine with that. Not that I have anything against Garth, but that means
some people get tired of your stuff.
Yeah, but
I don't either, but I do have a good thing for capitalism.
yeah. I did not mind that he made that. I mean, now if he'd have said Merle Haggard, I'd have upped the ante. I'd have said, son, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. Welcome in, guys. We're just getting warmed up. Bill Cook's going to go for it. But let's have some fun today. Let's do Where the Lonely Go. So speaking of Merle Haggard, this is our second official theme song of
Second one.
of Coffee Talk with Bill Cook.
Okay. I'll do a little past the talk.
Yeah, you will. Rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go, anywhere the lights are low, going where the lonely go, making up things to do, not running in all direction trying to find you, just rolling with the flow and going where the lonely go. I've got to keep going, I can't lay down, sleep won't hardly come when there's loneliness all around. I've got to keep going, traveling down this lonely road, just rolling with the flow. I'm going where the lonely go. I've got to keep going, I can't lay down, and sleep won't hardly come when there's loneliness all around. I've got to keep going, traveling down this lonesome road, just rolling with the flow. going where the lonely go. I'm just rolling with the flow. I'm going where the lonely go. Merle Haggard. Feel good song of the summer right there. Oh, look at that. We got 2 claps. 3, 2. No, I don't need any sympathy claps. You missed your chance. Sometimes people clap because they like the song, Bill. And sometimes they clap because it's over.
That might have been what that was.
I know.
Because it was delayed.
I don't presume too much, you know. But sometimes I clap at the end of a song because it's over. Like, yes, good God. Oh, speaking of things being over, Bill, Lucy got over me before she ever met me. You know how long it took me to get Lucy to play music with me? My God.
That was kind of a saga,
Well, it was.
an odyssey.
It was an epic. Lucy just refused to play with me. Lucy did not like me, Bill. I'm not saying she does now, but she definitely did not. I am not great at first impressions.
No, not the best at first impression.
And I'm not that good at second impressions either, apparently. I'm not good at impressions at all, you know. I just,
Well, you're Russell. That's what you're going to get. What you see.
well, bless their hearts.
Bless
Bill.
their hearts. That's right.
You get all this. But Lucy, I'm glad to have you here today, and I would love it if you would sing a little rock music for us.
A little rock, like a little past, little rock.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right,
yes,
okay,
yes.
good. We're on the same
that would
page.
be great.
Leanne Womack.
Yeah, country music. In the key of degenerate, Bill. Now, Lucy does a great job. She is from Maryland, and she owns a ranch in Maryland.
Not quite.
Not quite. She feels, yeah. She says, you know, I didn't really want to go up there and herd cattle anymore.
I didn't. I got
But
tired of it real quick.
Then she comes down here and it's like herding cats. It's like, yeah. It's just herding, dealing with people like me is like, I mean, it's like I left the farm to come deal with a rooster. That don't make sense.
This is at least familiar.
jokes for days on this. Keep going. Calm down. All right, here she is, Miss Lucy. I'm gonna do this one. The suspense is killing me.
I know, it's killing me too. I had to leave my life in Dallas. That town will always be you. In every crowd, on every corner, in every face I'd see you. With nothing more than a tank of gas, I drove away without looking back. And I guess that's how I got where I am. Going anywhere as fast as I can. I'm a little past Little Rock, further down the line. Too soon to know what's up ahead, too late to change my mind. Gotta keep my heart out of this and both hands on the wheel. I'm learning more with every mile, just how leaving feels. It's a lonely stretch of blacktop out into the blue. I don't know where I'll go or what I'll do. I'm a little past Little Rock, but a long way from over you. And these headlights on the highway disappear into the dawn. And if I could have it my way, go right back to where you are. Oh, but I can't turn this thing around, and nothing short of breaking down is gonna get me off this road I'm on. I'm still a far cry from gone. I'm a little past Little Rock, further down the line. Too soon to know what's up ahead, too late to change my mind. I gotta keep my heart out of this and both hands on the wheel. I'm learning more with every mile, just how it even feels. It's a lonely stretch of blacktop out into the blue. I don't know where I'll go or what I'll do. I'm a little past Little Rock, but a long way from over you. Ooh. I'm a little past Little Rock, but a long way from over you.
See you there, Lucy.
Hey.
Look at all those claps.
Thank you. Good morning, vocal cords.
I know, right? People don't realize, Bill, you do, but a lot of people don't, that singing in the morning is a totally different ball game than singing in the afternoon or the evening.
Well, especially when you worked 2 shifts yesterday and you did all that singing.
All that singing that, yeah, I did. I had 2 shifts yesterday. Jason and Maureen, hell, they had 3. And that's a lot of work, in a day.
It is.
And but it takes its toll on you. But your voice, you're not injured. It's just a little
Tired. It's
tired. And it's just like anything else. You get up in the morning, and you're like, let me get the day going. And I get up pretty early every morning, but it takes time for this whole thing to get going. So good morning, vocal cords is the real deal. Howdy. No, ma'am.
Yeah, everything sounds good.
All right, Bill. But yeah, so it's so sometimes in the mornings, I've put all my effort in how pretty I am, and not necessarily.
Well,
on
you
how good I-
have to get priorities
yeah,
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a song, Bill, that I believe it's about a lady that just left the cardiologist with a clean bill of health.
Oh, that sounds like a happy song.
Yeah, it is. It's called Good Hearted Woman. I'm not sure what it's really about, but that's what I pretend it's about. A long time forgotten, the dreams, they just fell by the way. Good life you promised, it ain't what she's living today. But she never complains of the bad times or the bad things he's done, Lord. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. And she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. And she loves him in spite of those ways she don't understand. And through teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. That good-hearted woman the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. One way or another, Bill. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she'll do the best that she can. Be a good-hearted woman to that do no good, good-timing man. Yeah. Woo, woo. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. Yeah. And she loves me in spite of my wicked ways that she don't understand. And the teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. This good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Clapping because it's over, Bill. Thank you. That's some Waylon Jennings right there, y'all.
Thank you.
All right. Now, listen, guys, we are doing requests today in case anybody wants to hear a song. A couple ways to get your song played. Hell, there's three ways.
You're close.
I gotta be careful, Bill. It's Sunday. My mama's watching from jail. But listen, there's a few ways to get your songs played around here. Number one way to get your song played is to tip the band. Right there sits our lonely little tip jug. Look how pitiful that thing is, Bill. That's Bad News Bears. That's how we make an almost honest living, and it's how you get your songs played. Tip the band. $20 bill goes to the tip top of the set list. We don't beg you for money, but we're grateful when you support live music and request a song. Second way to get your song played is scan the QR codes. You'll see them out there on your tabletops, at bar top, and on the TV screen right yonder. Scan that with your phone. Request your favorite song from the comfort of your bar stool. Jason, we'll get it right today. Are we doing the third way?
The third way, yes. I heard what you said a minute ago. I said that the other day. I said we were having a three-way. We're not having a three-way today.
I didn't mean to say three-way in church. It was a bad thing. They did not appreciate it.
The third way to get your song played, well, first of all, I should congratulate everybody in here for being in a bar and drinking before noon. Good job, y'all.
We're proud of you. Yeah. Yeah.
The third way to get your song played is to have us join in with you. Bring us some drinks, and we'll play your favorite song. Pretty simple.
Oh, yeah. Because we have Erica back there. And when we see Erica come to the stage, we know it's something either really good or really bad. But we love it anyway. But Erica does a great job. Make sure y'all take good care of her. I mean, just imagine her having to tolerate me every Sunday. Imagine that. God, my mom couldn't do it, so I'm really proud of her. Yeah, I know y'all can imagine it. Hey, they're up at the Horsing Around bar, Horsing Around. That's in Michigan. And they want to hear a song about a daddy and a sobriety test. They want to hear the only daddy that'll walk the line for all the habitual line steppers. Waylon Jennings.
Our favorite.
Anybody else like Waylon Jennings out there? You don't have to like Waylon. I'm just going to tell you, though. All right, guys. No, those seats were saved for good people. I'm sorry. Hey, if you're wondering why am I picking on you, it's just because you're late. I've already picked on everybody else. Welcome in. Who's turning 21? Well, happy birthday. Right. Are you drinking? I'm sure you've never had a drop before. This is our first time ever drinking today. First time ever drinking today, turning 21. Yeah. You know, Bill, never mind.
Easy.
No. I mean, I had tasted alcohol when I was a teenager and such, but I didn't. I actually kind of liked it, and so I was like, I'm afraid of that. I don't want to drink that. You know, it's bad news for me.
So
and all my friends
how'd
drank
that work
and all
out?
that.
Yeah.
Well,
How's it going?
I had like a little vodka when I was 14, and I had some Jim Beam when I was 15. I clearly remember this. I mean like that much, right? Not enough to even feel it. And I didn't have another drop of alcohol till I was over past 21. I was well beyond. I was 21, but it wasn't like my 21st birthday. And I didn't drink hardly at all until I started doing this, because this is hard to do sober. This is hard to do sober. Yeah. So it is, man. It's like when I was a crane operator. That shit was hard to do sober too. I'd have to have.
There's certain jobs
yeah.
you don't want somebody super uptight, like brain surgeon.
Yeah,
you don't want
brain
him all
surgeon,
like
yeah.
tensed up. You know, let him loosen up a little bit.
Anyway, my point is, happy 21st birthday. Hi, is she 21? Oh. Oh, I think you should go. I don't do that one. I do like that song. That's one of my favorites by him, but we don't do that one. Yeah, we can do something for you. Thank you, guys. We'll get to that in a minute. So this one goes out to our friends watching up in Michigan at the Horse and Around Bar. They're always good to us. We appreciate them. Where are you guys from? Delaware, the first state. That's right. Yeah, welcome in. I've never been to Delaware, Bill.
It's a beautiful state.
Bill's been everywhere, man. So I've never been. I just know it was the first state.
I always think of when I was a kid, there was a little song they taught us to remember the order that the states ratified. Like, what did Delaware? She wore a New Jersey, something like that. Yeah, it was like a little like rhyming thing to remember.
Man, I learned it the hard way then.
Order of the states that they ratified. Because Jersey was second.
Yeah.
It was Delaware, then New Jersey.
Well, hell, I learned it the hard way. Been doing things wrong all my life, Bill.
No reason to change now. Just keep going.
This one goes out to folks up in the Great Lakes state of Michigan. It goes like this. Oh! Are y'all from Michigan or just love stories about Great Lakes in the state? We got some Michiganders in the house. Welcome. All right, here it goes. Calm down. Everybody knows you've been stepping on my toes, getting pretty tired of it. Been stepping out of line in a mess with my mind. If you had any sense, you would quit. Ever since you were a little bitty teeny girl and said I was your only man in this whole world. Now you better do some thinking, then you'll find the only daddy that'll walk a line. I keep on working every day, girl, all you do is play, and I'm tired of hanging out all night. Hey, I'm coming unglued from your funny little moods. Honey, baby, that ain't right. Ever since you were a little bitty teeny girl, you said I was your only man in this whole world. Now you better do some thinking, then you'll find the only daddy that'll walk a line. On the fiddle from Maryland, Miss Lucy Cochran, y'all. On the lead guitar from Nashville, Tennessee, the wind beneath my wings, Jason Chance. Keep a packing up my clothes, Lordy, every monkey knows you're still just a putting me on. And when I start walking, gonna hear you start squawking, begging me to come back home. Ever since you were a little bitty teeny girl, you said I was your only man in this whole world. Now you better Waylon Jennings by request. Yeah, we're going to get to some Chris Stapleton in just a second. The young lady wanted to hear that. I like to see folks bring their, getting kids in the honky tonks early. You know, Bill, it's important that they go ahead and see the travesty that can become. But no, but you want to make sure that they start drinking early. You know, if they're not drinking heavily by 6th grade, they're not going to have a chance in middle school and high school. I mean, it's the way it is. It's just the ways of the world. But welcome in to AJ's Good Time Bar. Bill, I'm here to have a good time.
Me too, buddy. Let's have a good time.
I know you are. That's his nickname. That's Good Time Bill Cook right there. Yeah.
That's right.
I can't see your hair right now. All right. We had a request for some Chris Stapleton. I call him Chris Stapleton. You know, it's like Chris Christopherson, but not as good.
That's good.
Now, Chris Stapleton's a hell of a vocalist and just a terrific songwriter.
He is indeed.
And, I've never heard a bad word about him. I mean, maybe I'm just don't have my ear to the ground, but a lot of people have a lot of respect for him, and he's a hell of a writer, hell of a singer. Bye, girls.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. See y'all next year. See you next trip. But, so this young lady come up, and she was very shy. She didn't want to talk to me, Bill. And that's probably a good thing, you know. Her parents have taught her well, because she immediately goes to Bill Cook. She immediately comes to Bill Cook. You see that? Everybody's drawn to Bill Cook.
That's right.
Like I said, Lucy, the only deal that Lucy would make with me to come play today is if Bill was going to be here.
It's a fact.
It's true. It's true. It's true. But here's Jason Chan's going to do some Chris Stapleton for you, some Tennessee whiskey.
Used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I'd ever known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle and brought me back from being too far gone. For it's smooth, it's Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, it's sweet, it's strawberry wine. Yeah, it's warm, a glass of brandy. Honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. I look for love in all the same old places. And the bottom of the bottle always dry. When you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. Oh, there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Lucy, y'all. Oh, play it pretty, girl. All right, here's how this song is actually supposed to go. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You gotta throw in George Jones, right? Come on.
Chase a chance on that one. That was great. Oh gosh, look at this group. Oh,
here they come.
yeah. Well, that's Pete from Maine.
Yeah, Pete.
Pete was part of the debauchery last night.
Pete does a damn fine job on the drums, I gotta say. It's not often that people come in and sit in with a band where you're like, hey, yeah, keep going. Yeah, he's good. Boy's good.
Boy, good. Yeah, Bill, I was about to get into this about the epic tales of Bill Cook. The adventures of Bill Cook.
The man, the myth, the legend.
This is Bill Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're right. You've been looking at this handsome man just playing the bass and just singing like a sweet, darling baby angel up here. And you do, Bill. You always sound good, and you're always looking good. People love Bill Cook, do they not? Lucy is like, but Bill has been around. You know what I mean?
What are you saying?
Well, what am I saying, Bill?
No, I have. I've been around Nashville quite a while.
That's a nice way of putting it. But Bill has done a lot of great things, and people look up to Bill and respect him a lot. Bill spent what, 6 years with Vern Gosdin,
Yeah.
13 years with Randy Travis. Yeah. And amongst many others, great artists, including myself. And yeah.
I like it. I like
Yeah, Vern Gosdin, Randy Travis, and me.
Russell Brown?
Yeah, I mean, just poof.
Dreams can come true
That's
if you
right.
work hard long
Just
enough.
goes to show you, Bill, never give up, and look how far you've come. But no, the truth is that Bill did play with Vern and for a long time, and Randy Travis, and these folks were just saying, I want Bill Cook to play some Randy Travis music. Do you remember any Randy Travis music, Bill?
Yeah, I know a few. If you want to do some.
Yeah, let's do some. What about Randy Travis? Anybody else like Randy Travis out there? All right. Well, Bill, I hate to tarnish your reputation by doing a Randy Travis song, but we're going to do it. Here's let's do one for all the paleontologists. I'm sure there's plenty in the house. No? Okay. Well, it's called Digging Up Bones. Last night I dug your picture out from our old dresser drawer. Set it on a table and I talked to it till 4. Read some more love letters right up till the break of dawn. And tonight I'm sitting alone digging up bones. Then I went through the jewelry and I found our wedding rings. A mine on my finger, and I gave yours a fling. Across the lonely bedroom of our recent broken home. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. I'm digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
I'm digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
Exhuming things that's better left alone. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Then I went through the closet and I found some things in there, like that pretty negligee that I bought you to wear. Hey, I recall how good you looked each time you had it on. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. I'm digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
I'm digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
Exhuming things that's better left alone. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Hey, I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
I'm digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
Exhuming things that's better left alone. I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. Yeah, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Hey, tonight I'm sitting alone, digging up bones. Bill Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Travis, one of the greats of country music. One of my favorite Randy Travis stories that you told me, Bill, was just the other day when I didn't know this, that Randy had a song that went on the rock charts.
Yeah, when he first started out, you know, he had a lot of big hits, and one of them came up on the rock and roll charts, and he said, "Get it off of there." He didn't want it on the rock and roll charts.
Ruin his
He
reputation.
did, get it off.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Randy Travis, so country, he didn't even want to make money with rock and roll. Like, it reminds me of
In London, we played Royal Albert Hall there, and Mick Jagger wanted to come out. He was married to that Jerry Hall at the time. And they wanted to come out and have supper or lunch with Randy and his wife. And they told Randy, and he said, "Who is that?"
didn't know
He didn't
Mick
know.
Jagger.
Mick Jagger. He was so country. He really was. He loved country music.
But you know, that's not surprising about Mick. A lot of those, most of those big British invasion bands grew up listening to country. The Beatles were famously into the Louvin brothers and the Everly brothers, and and all those British kids. They loved the old country stuff.
I think the Stones' first tour in America was with the Everlys.
It probably was.
I believe that. I mean, you wouldn't put that together, you know. But we got a request. We have speaking of people that think they're great. We have Dallas Webb tuned in.
Oh, no.
He just He just tipped the band for some George Jones country music. Play some Jones.
Yeah.
But Dallas is watching, and he hadn't been in town in a little while.
Oh, where's he been?
Well, who knows where he's been? He's on his misadventures.
I haven't seen old Dallas in a while.
Yeah, he's expanded his flooring empire. Apparently, he's corporate these days.
Oh, wow.
I think. I don't know. I mean, this is what it seems like. I mean, he could just be lying. You never know with him. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, you know. But yeah, he'll be back in town soon, whether he likes it or not. He'll come in. But our buddy Dallas is watching. Dallas, we miss you, man. Come see us. Let's do some George Jones for Dallas. Anybody else like George Jones out there? They say that I've heard tell that George Jones was king of the novelty song. And he was, and this is a novelty song. I always dedicate this one to the brunettes and the gas station attendants. stopped off at a quick sack for some beer and cigarettes. The old man took my money and he stared at my Corvette. He said I had one just like her son in 1963. And in the man down at the bank took her from me. Lord, she was hotter than a $2 pistol and the fastest thing around. Long to lead every young man's dream. Well, she turned every head in town. And she was built and fun to handle, son, and I'm glad that you dropped in. And she reminds me of the one I loved back then. Well, let's drive it around. And so I handed him my keys and said, here, you take her for a spin. The young man scratched his head and then he looked at me and grinned. He said, son, I don't think you understand. Hell, it ain't your little car I want. It's the brunette in your red that turns me on. Lord, she is hotter than a $2 pistol and the fastest thing around. Long to lead every young man's dream, and she turns every head in town. And she's built and fun to handle, son, and I'm glad that you dropped in. She reminds me of the one I loved back then. Almighty, she's hotter than a $2 pistol and the fastest thing around. Long to lead every young man's dream. Well, she turned every head in town. Now she's built and fun to handle, son, and I'm glad that she dropped in. And she reminds me of the one I loved back then. And she reminds me of the one I loved back then. Hey. Oh, bless my heart. Yeah, George Jones. Jason, you were telling me about that George and Tammy show.
You haven't watched it.
I have not.
Man, what a cool thing. Has anybody else seen the George and Tammy show? I love it. That some of it's terrific, and I say it's terrific because I'm actually a Nashville native. I grew up in the music business here, and I didn't watch it for a long time because I thought it was going to be stupid. I thought it was going to be like the Nashville TV show where I'd watch it and be like, that's bullshit. That's all stupid. None of that is how it happens. But when I watched it, I was like, wow, it's painted exactly like what I thought about George and Tammy when I was growing up. And but it makes sense because their daughter Georgette, it's based on her book. It's the whole TV series, so it's a pretty accurate portrayal, I think, of a lot of famous stories that happened with George and Tammy. And I love it because it's sort of brought them back into the lexicon, like people everywhere are into George Jones and Tammy Wynette. And I always use my wife as an example because she grew up in Buffalo, New York, and didn't listen to old country, and she is absolutely obsessed with George Jones right now. Which I'm like, that's awesome. I love it. She's like on a total George Jones kick.
That's good. I wish more people would find it. You know, it's one of the things we've been seeing lately is more George Jones requests, and I hope they do shows like this about Merle and Waylon and all of them to make that music relevant to people.
You could definitely make movies about a lot of those artists.
Yeah.
Of course, they did the Johnny Cash movie. They need to make a Merle Haggard movie for sure, and probably a Waylon movie.
Yeah, well, the Waylon movie would just be ridiculous. Just philandering, cocaine, just a lot of drugs.
You know, it was interesting what I found out. I would have never thought this, but my wife looked this up and was showing me that, believe it or not, Tammy Wynette was actually a much bigger star than George was when it was going, because she sold like 30 million records to his like 15. She had 20 number ones to his 10. Wow. Yeah, so Tammy was a massive star for sure.
Yeah, and tremendous vocalist.
Yeah.
We were talking about Merle. I wish they'd make a movie about Merle and Waylon and those guys too. But we've got Buffalo, Minnesota Steve tuned in, and he wants to hear some Merle Haggard. Anybody still love Merle Haggard out there? We're playing country music, y'all. I mean, if you're upset about it, you can go down the road and listen to some crappy 90s rock being played. Not that 90s rock is bad, but it's played very poorly down here. But we only play country music here. And that is one of my favorite things about playing at AJ's is that we don't have to make an excuse for it. We just say, nope, we're only playing country
It's
today.
the only bar in this district that is exclusively country music. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that actually came from Alan himself when he bought the place. He said, I want a place that plays country music.
Damn right. Well, Buffalo, Minnesota Steve wants to hear some Great Afternoon. It's one of my theme songs. Drink a little too much tequila at night, wake up a little groggy, get it going, you know, Bill, and then have a great afternoon out of it. Here's some Merle Haggard by request going out to our friend in Buffalo, Minnesota. Thank
It's
you,
a
brother.
drinking song.
They're all drinking songs, as long as you're willing to drink. Last night we had one hell-raising time, nipping on tequila and sucking on lime. Sunrise shades the good times away, and good morning would have been the wrong thing to say. Just pounding in the top of my head. Oh Lord, it didn't leave me any too soon. I can't say we've had a good morning, but babe, it's been a great afternoon. Yeah, you nursed me through the morning while I was really down. Then a rowdy afternoon got me a band around. Last night we had a hell-raising time. No, today won't be forgotten too soon. And I can't say we've had a good morning, but dang, it's been a great afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, you nursed me through the morning while I was really down. A rowdy afternoon got me a band around. Last night we had one hell-raising time. Oh Lord, today won't be forgotten too soon. I can't say we've had a good morning, but girl, it's been a great afternoon. That's one way to do it. Yeah, that song. Every time I hear that song, it makes me thirsty. Just it makes me want to have a tequila, Bill. Tequila Bill, that'd be.
She can get you one.
Well, no, listen. It's not. We don't ever beg people for money. Every now and again, we beg you for booze. That's the truth. But what time is it?
Oh, it's past time.
Oh man, it's already afternoon. Means I'm not going to be able to say I drank all day. I didn't get started this morning. Oh crap.
That means you're going to have to drink into tomorrow morning so you can
Well, that's not a
get
problem.
yourself covered.
That's the Dallas Webb clause. You could also just drink into the next morning and do it. But yeah, welcome into AJ's Good Time Bar. Who's having a good time out there? Make a little noise for us. Now listen, this is hard to do sober, Bill.
It is? Yeah.
You know, but you know we're fighting through it today. We're fighting through it today. And speaking of fighting through it, we have Lucy. Can you imagine? She's only here to get her Bill Cook experience. That's what it's called. The show is called the Bill Cook Experience, featuring Rooster Brown and the rest of them. And but Lucy's here. Lucy, why don't you do a song with us?
Can we do 7 year 8? 7 year 8?
Lucy wants to do one of my favorite songs called 7 Year 8. It's a Roseanne Cash song. Now, Jason told me the other day, I didn't realize this, that Roseanne Cash, you know, Johnny Cash's daughter, had more number ones.
Yeah,
than
it's
Johnny.
kind of like the George and Tammy thing. Y'all wouldn't have thought that, but I was reading a list online of the like country singers with the most Billboard certified number ones in history. Of course, George Strait's number one, and it was, I think, right after George is Conway, and then Ronnie Milsap and Merle Haggard, I think, are the next three. But on down the list, Roseanne Cash is just ahead of her father, which was kind of interesting. She had one or two more number ones than he did.
That's surprising.
Me and her share a birthday. May 24th.
I know that.
Y'all taking notes out there for Lucy's birthday? She's accepting birthday gifts starting now.
As we speak.
Always accepting birthdays.
All right, this is Lucy going to do one of my favorite country songs called 7 Year 8.
You act like you were just born tonight, face down in memory, we're feeling alright. So who does your past belong to today? Baby, you don't say nothing when you're feeling this way. The girls in the bars thinking, who is this guy? They don't think nothing when they're telling you lies. You look so careless when they're shooting that bull. Don't you know hardnicks are heroes when their pockets are full? Tell me, trying to cure the 7-year ache. See what else your old heart can take. Boys say, when is he gonna give us some room? Girls said, God, I hope he comes back soon. Everybody's talking, but you don't hear a thing. You're still uptown on your downhill swing. The boulevard's empty, why don't you come around? Baby, what is so great about sleeping downtown? There's plenty of times to be someone you're not. Just say you're looking for something you might have forgot. Hey, don't bother calling or saying leave it alone, 'cause there's a fool on every corner when you're trying to get home. Tell them you're trying to cure the 7-year ache. See what else your old heart can take. Boys say, when is he gonna give us some room? Girls say, God, I hope he comes back soon. Tell me you're trying to cure the 7-year ache. See what else your old heart can take. Boys say, when is he gonna give us some room? Girls say, God, I hope he comes back soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do y'all think about Lucy? Do you like her? Well, that's your chance to say, no, I love Lucy.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's try that again. What do y'all think about Lucy? Do you like her?
It's still a thing.
It's still a
I
thing.
don't know what to do with all that.
Yeah, well, I've heard that. Easy. It's right. It's what I'm saying. It was just
We've
because.
talked about this. We think that Lucy should have a reality show because
Oh yeah. No.
other than like playing fiddle and singing beautifully downtown, she's also a bartender at one of the bars down here. She She's down here all the time. She sees all sides of everybody, and they should follow her around just like looking at all the hijinks of folks getting drunk and also at the bar when she's bartending. Yeah.
The good,
Yeah,
the bad, and the ugly.
They
Yeah.
could even call it something clever like I Love Lucy or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, that's very original. Yeah.
I don't catch the reference, y'all.
She's probably never heard that. One thing is you don't want to play football with her. She will move. Yeah.
I will give you psychiatric advice for a nickel, though.
Lucy does a damn good job, and we're glad to have her with us here today. We're glad to have all y'all with us here today at AJ's Good Time Bar. It's Sunday in Nashville. It's one of my favorite days in Nashville. It always has been. I've always loved being, even before I played music, I'd like to hang out down here on Sundays. It's just my favorite time down here. But welcome in. Let us know if you have a request. Now, I want to go over our request policy again. The number one way to get your song played is just tip the band. Tip jug is there, looking as pitiful as it always does, but that is how we make an almost honest living. Now, you throw some love in that tip jug, and we will get to your song. A $20 bill goes to the tip top of the set list. Now, the second way to get your song played is scan the QR codes. You see them out there on your TV screens, on your bar top, tabletop. Scan that with your phone, and you can request a song very easy. And tell them about tell them about our third way, Jason.
Everybody to get your song played is we don't want you to drink by yourselves. So bring us a round of drinks, and we'll drink with you and play your favorite song.
And if you have if you get everybody a drink, I'm in a mood. I might do 2 of their songs, maybe
yeah,
3
we'll
if
do
they're
2 or
good
3
requests.
of them.
Hi, how are you? What, do you have a complaint? I don't do any. I like them, but I don't do it. No, I'm sorry. I know who they are. I like their music a lot. I've listened to them for a while, but I just don't do it. I'm sorry. We'll get to some Morgan Wallen in just a second. Yeah, absolutely. I realize, though, we'll do Morgan Wallen in just a second, but I realize we have Lucy in this fiddle, or is it the world's smallest upright bass? I'm not sure. But we haven't really done a lot of fiddling music yet. I think we should just get it going a little bit. What about that? Anybody still like country music with the fiddle? Listen, I'd much rather have steel guitar, but we're stuck with what we're stuck with.
I also wanted to point out, you were talking about voices being tired. Lucy's got the largest throat lozenges I've ever seen right over here. I've never seen them. Those are amazing. Yeah.
That's not what that is.
What is that?
Rosin.
Rosin.
It looks like a giant loop. It's like
I know it does. Okay.
We're gonna do some George Strait country music. Anybody still like George Strait out there? Yeah. Well, we haven't done a George Strait song. We also haven't done a rodeo cowboy song.
No, I'll do it.
So here's one called Amarillo by about whenever you can get there, basically. Just get there when you can. Drive safe.
Sunday morning at AJ's.
Yeah, exactly. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything I've got is just what I got on. When the sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and a girlfriend somewhere along the way. But I'll be looking for aid when they pull that gate, and old bad judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo San Antone. Everything I've got is just what I got on. Well, I ain't got a dime, but what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Yeah, look at there, Lucy, all those claps. I think they like the way you play that fiddle. Thank you, guys. We got to get to some Morgan Wallen music. Which one do you want to do? All right. Bill?
What?
I don't listen to a lot of Morgan Wallen music. I just don't. But
I don't either.
I not because I don't like him as a person, or he's a hell of a singer, though. You know,
He was, and you know, we've talked about this before. Russell and I are both, not only are we both native Tennesseans, when Morgan came out, I was kind of rooting for him because he's like Tennessee boy and right from your neck of the woods. In fact, you guys went to school. He was before you quite a bit, right?
No. Kenny Chesney went to the same high school I did. You know, I went to the school after Kenny did, and then a few years after me, Morgan Wallen went to that same school.
I don't love his music, just being honest, but he sings his ass off, and I do love his version of this song. We're going to do. We had a Morgan Wallen request, and a guy named Jason Isbell, if you're not familiar, who's a terrific writer, wrote this song a few years ago, and Morgan, I thought, did a tremendous job on it for sure.
Yeah, Jason Isbell wrote this. One of my favorite writers and singers. I've followed his career for years now, and then I was very surprised that a mainstream country artist cut one of his songs. But it's a hell of a song. It's called "Cover Me Up." Here's Morgan Wallen by request. A heart on the run keeps a hand on the gun, can't trust anyone. I was so sure what I needed was more, tried to shoot out the sun. The days where we raged, we flew off a page, such damage was done. I made it through, 'cause somebody knew I was meant for someone. So girl, leave your boots by the bed, we ain't leaving this room. Well, someone needs medical help or the magnolias bloom. Cold in his house and I ain't going out to chop wood. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Your faith to the test when I tore off your dress in Richmond on high. I sobered up and I swore off that stuff forever this time. Your lover sang, I thought it'd be me home was a dream, one I'd never seen till you came along. So girl, ain't your dress up to dry? We ain't leaving this room till Percy breeze breaks open wide and a river runs through. It's cold in his house and I ain't going out to trouble. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. So girl, leave your boots by the bed. We ain't leaving this room till someone needs medical help or the magnolia's bloom. It's cold in his house and I ain't going out to trouble. So cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Cover me up and know you're enough to use me for good. Thank you. But not from singing hard. It's just it's got that anxiety. Not from that song. I get this. You ever sing- It's hard to do sober, Bill. Just told the man I about passed out 2 times during that song. Not because I was singing it hard. It's just I think I'm starting to sober up, and I'm shaking. I got the anxiety going, But thank you guys very much.
That coffee you've been drinking is a pretty shitty substitute for tequila. I'm just
Look,
saying.
I drink a lot of coffee and I drink a lot of tequila, and I'm out of both right now. But
you are.
I am. But one of them I drink in the morning generally. Get up, have some just to get the focus, get your body going, get your mind right, get focused for the day. And the other one's coffee. No. But we have a request. Kara, thank you very much, wants to hear some Alan Jackson. She says it's time to Chattahoochee and chill. Anybody still love Alan Jackson? Well, I hope so.
Well, I was going to say, if you don't, you're probably in the wrong place.
And Tony's tuned in. Tony, thank you very much. He wants some Sunday morning coming down. We're going to get to that one. But first, here we go. A little Alan Jackson at Alan Jackson's Bar, Chattahoochee and chill, Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, now it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We let rubber on the Georgia asphalt and got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, beer and meter cans in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. I never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Oh, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Yeah, we fogged up the windows of my old Chevy. Well, I was with them, but it's hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt, got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, pyramid cans in the pale moonlight, talking about cars, dreaming about women. I never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Whoa, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, never knew how much that muddy water meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. Thought about living and a little about love. Thought about living and a little about love. Shots. Shots for the band, Bill Cook. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's right, y'all. All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. Tipping the band, tip the band. All right. We have some great requests. Tony wants to hear some Sunday Morning Coming Down. And Buffalo, Minnesota Steve, he's ready for some Highwaymen. By God, we can do them both. Tony. Tony, thank you, bud.
Is Tony online or is he in the
he's
house?
online.
He's online. All right. Well, this is a great Johnny Cash song. And in fact, I'm glad for this request. It might be my favorite Johnny Cash song of all time. And there's a cool story behind this song, the way it was written. It's sort of a two-parter. And it goes something like this. It's become a bit of a legend. Some of it's become mythicized. Who knows exactly how it happened. But we do know the basics, that the guy who wrote this song was so excited about it and also had done a bunch of cocaine that he got in a helicopter and he flew this helicopter and landed it right on Johnny Cash's front lawn. And he gets out of the helicopter screaming, "I've got a song I want you to record. This is the only way I knew I could get it to you is coming to your house." And Johnny comes out his front door and he's like, "Well, you landed a helicopter in my front yard, so you might as well play it for me at this point." And so he plays him the song, and Johnny says, "You know what? I tell you what, I like that song. In fact, I really like that song. I think I'm going to record it." And so Johnny did record it, and back then, Johnny Cash used to have a TV show they filmed here at the Ryman on Friday nights. I think it was on ABC. And it was like a live, good time, family variety hour, musical guests, and all kinds of folks. And Johnny decided he was going to debut this song on his TV show. And it's a live thing. And the producers came to Johnny right before they went on stage and said, "Mr. Cash, we love this song. We're happy for you to perform it, but this is kind of a family show. If you do this song live tonight, could you leave out the line that has to do with being stoned?" Well, Johnny had probably eaten a bottle of pills that day, so he just kind of nodded his head, went out there, sang the song exactly as it had been written. He left in the line about being stoned. And when he got to that line, he looked up into the rafters and pointed at a young Chris Christopherson. That's the guy that had written the song. Of course, Chris would go on to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, songwriters of all time. And I love the story you told me about Chris recently. Your buddy went to the Chris show at the Ryman?
Yeah, a buddy of mine's a musician down here, and he, David Graham. I don't know if you know David, great guy. And he was first started out playing, and he broke, and somebody tipped him. He was like, "That didn't look like money." I didn't know what it was. And when he was counting his tips after the show, it was tickets to see Chris Christopherson at the Ryman that night. And that's a very Nashville thing to happen. I mean, it was a ticket to see Chris. And he said he went over, and Chris made a deal about that, told the story, and had him put a spotlight on the seat where he was sitting when Johnny Cash called him out. Well, can you imagine that feeling?
How awesome that would be.
I mean, just.
It's cool that Chris still, he'll never forget that.
No,
ever.
I know exactly where I was sitting that moment when Johnny Cash called me out right there. That's awesome.
All right, so without further ado, here is Sunday Morning.
Hold on, Jason.
Oh, wait, hold on.
We have a lot more ado.
I forgot. I'm sorry. We did have a honky-tonk miracle occur.
That's right. I think, was that Pete from Maine did that? Pete from Maine.
Pete is our honky-tonk hero. What he did is he asked our honky-tonk angel behind the bar, Miss Erica, to perform a magic trick.
She did it.
She has superpowers, believe it or not. She can make booze magically appear on stage for the band. It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. And we're going to show our superpower of making it disappear on stage. So if you got a drink, raise your drinks with us. If you can't raise your drinks, just go back home and raise your kids instead. On the count of 3, everybody holler, yee-haw, there, Swaller. 1, 2, 3, holler. Yee-haw. And Swaller, cheers, y'all. Thank you, Pete. Damn, that's smooth.
I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. I fumbled through my closet, through my clothes, and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Washed my face and combed my hair, headed down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. Then I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. Across the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I'd have lost somewhere, somehow along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of that sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school, listened to the song that they were singing. But I headed back for home, somewhere far away, a lonely bell was ringing. It echoed through the canyons of the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes a body feel alone. Nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of those sleeping city sidewalks. Sunday morning coming down, of the sleeping city sidewalks. Sunday morning coming down. Sunday morning coming down, man. I'll tell you what, every time we get a request for that song, I'm always reminded that we're waiting on Florida Georgia Line or Cole Swindell or Jason Aldean or anybody, any of them, to write a song like that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's never going to happen. No, it's not going to happen.
That one went out to Tony. Tony, thank you for that request. This next one goes out to Buffalo, Minnesota Steve. Speaking of great songwriters, Jimmy Webb wrote this one, and it's called The Highwaymen. So speaking of Chris Christopherson as well, he was part of the Highwaymen. You had Willie Nelson and Chris Christopherson and Waylon Jennings and, of course, Johnny Cash were in that super boy band.
No. That was not a boy band.
No? Well,
That was a man band.
oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I get Highwaymen and Backstreet Boys confused, apparently.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great song coming up for Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve, he's tuned in and wants to hear this.
I'm sorry, I don't know it.
It's either too low or too high for me.
Why don't you do the first? Well, no, wait, hold on. I'll do Chris.
All right. We're trying to figure out if we can, all of us do a verse on this. And Lucy said, stop.
It's way too low or too high, she said.
That's like me. I'm way too low or way too high. God, my brain, dude. Can you imagine just the stuff rattling around in there? Oh, my God.
Stuff that doesn't get said.
You know, if you think about the Mount Rushmore of country music songwriters, Jimmy Webb and Chris both should be on there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Dean Dillon and maybe Rodney Crowell. I mean, you probably think of a few more, but
Yeah, there's a few.
yeah.
Hank Williams,
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bill Cook.
Fred Rose.
Now, here's one. Here's a great one, guys. Some Highwaymen by request. I was a highwayman, along the coach roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25. I am still alive.
I was a sailor. I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft and furled the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they say that I got killed. But I'm living still.
I was a dam builder, across the river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound. I'm still around. I'll always be around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I'll fly a starship across the universe divide. And when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again. Or I may simply be a single drop of rain. But I will remain. I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that request. request. James, is James in the house? James wanted to hear a great tune. I don't do it, man. I just love it. It's a Jason Isbell song. I don't do that one, and called Speed Trap Down, and it's really great. You know that song? It's a good song. We don't really do any of that Jason Isbell stuff as a band, except for that one we did.
He is phenomenal. You know what I just learned recently, because I'm not tuned into the Americana scene. I haven't been for a few years. Jason Isbell plays the shit out of guitar.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is a bad mofo.
And he's killer and tone monster too,
Yeah,
man.
just terrific player.
He's serious about his tone and his playing. Good slide player.
Great writer, just great musician.
When he was with Drive By Truckers, you know, some of my favorite stuff from him was when he was with Drive By Truckers, and they had that 3-guitar attack that you just don't ever
He's
hear
almost like an
anymore.
Americana version of Vince Gill, in a sense. He's got that same talent
Yeah,
level, you know.
and his voice is just so clear, and his writing, yep. But James, we can't do that one. I apologize. I'll do another Isbell song for you in just a second.
He's great. My wife played me that song recently that was, I think it's called Elephant. You ever heard that one? That's the saddest song I've ever heard in my life.
I can't listen to that.
No, it's like
That's on the.
it will make you cry.
That's on the Southeastern record. That record is good front to back.
I'm a pretty tough guy, but I was like, I had a lump in my throat listening to that song. It's rough.
Jason Isbell is a true talent. I hope y'all look him up if you're not familiar with his work, because he was a big influence on me when I first got into music. I wish some of it would have rubbed off, but you know, I saw him live in Knoxville once in front of about 20 people, and then the same story with Sturgill Simpson. I saw him in front of like 20 people. Nobody knew who they were. He had just left Drive By Truckers. He was still drinking, and then he goes to rehab, does all this, and then his career just explodes, man. But let us know if you have any more requests, James. I apologize, I don't do that one. But I'll do another Isbell song for you. If you guys want a break.
All right.
I'm good, man. Yeah, band just quit. Yeah. I'm gonna do a song. I'm gonna do a song for you, James, if that's all right. Another Jason Isbell tune for you. Thank you guys for being good to us. We are playing till about 1:45 today, so let us know if you have any other requests, whether it's old country, even older country. We're playing country music till we lose everything we got today. Here's some Jason Isbell when he was with Drive By Truckers, one of my favorites from him called Outfit. Wanna grow up to paint houses like me, trailer in my yard till you're 23. Wanna feel old after 42 years, keep dropping the hammer and grinding the gears. Well, I used to go out in a Mustang, a 302 Mach 1 in green. Me and your mama made you in the back, and I sold it to buy her a ring. I learned not to say much of nothing, so I figure you already know. In case you don't, or maybe you've forgotten, I'll lay it down real nice and slow. Don't call what you're wearing an outfit. Don't ever say your car is broke. Don't worry about losing your accent. A southern man tells better jokes. Have fun, stay clear of a needle. Call home on your sister's birthday. And don't tell them you're bigger than Jesus. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. 5 years in a St. Florian foundry, they call it industrial park. In hospital maintenance and tech school, just to memorize Frigidaire parts. I got to missing your mama I got to missing you too. So I went back to painting for my own man, and I guess that's what I'll always do. So don't let them take who you are, boy, and don't try to be who you ain't. And don't let me catch you in Kendall with a bucket of wealthy man's paint. And don't call what you're wearing an outfit. Don't ever say your car is broke. Don't sing with a fake British accent. Don't act like your family's a joke. If I stay clear of a needle, call home on your sister's birthday. Don't tell them you're bigger than Jesus. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Thank you. It's Jason Isbell by request. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do another tune, then we'll get the band back up. We got another request. I think I've done that song one time in my whole life, but I love that one and appreciate that request. And we're going to do some Johnny and June when old what's-her-name gets back up here. Good Lord. Here's some John Prine country music. I was a child, my family would travel out to western Kentucky where my parents were born. There's a backwards old town and it's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Sometimes we would travel right down the Green River to an abandoned old prison down by Adria Hill. Air smelled like snakes that we'd shoot with our pistols, but the empty pop bottles was all we could kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Then the coal company came with the world's biggest shovel, and they tortured the timber, stripped all the land. They dug their coal till the land was forsaken, and they wrote it all down as the progress of man. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, well, you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay. Sorry, my son, well, you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. John Prine, country music right there. Thank you. Come on in, guys. Good to see you. All right, we're getting the band back together again. Got to do some Johnny and June. I know Lucy's looking forward to this. She gets to be mean to me. Well, you get to be sassy. How about that? Buffalo, Minnesota Steve has a message for you, Lucy. I'll let you read it.
I saw that.
Oh, did you see it? I don't know. I don't know what debacle is he talking about. I mean, could just be me. I'm a little bit of a debacle, Bill.
Sorry about that debacle.
Yeah, I think that's what he's like pointing at me. Sorry about that debacle. Whoops. That's what my dad told my mother about me. No. But, he's tuned in. He's always good to us. Thank you, sir. And we're going to do Johnny and June for him.
Poor attitude fiddle. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sounds like there's more of us.
All right, welcome to AJ's, y'all. We got Bill Cook on stage. Life is good. That's what I say.
Well, life in general is good, yes.
All right. You ready for this, Lucy?
Yes.
Okay. No jive talking. Let's do it. There it is. There it is, Bill. Bass.
Heard that?
Disco bass. We'll do the disco version of this song.
I would like to do that, actually.
God, that would fall apart.
We'll work on that. Work on that for next time, yes.
Disco Jackson.
That'd be a good band name.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess it around. I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, you go on down to Jackson. Yeah, go ahead and wreck your hill. Go play your hand into a big talk. You may make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, go on to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
I'm gonna snowball in Jackson.
See if I care.
Hey, Lucy. When I breeze into that city, them people gonna stoop and bow. All those women, maybe a couple dudes will beg me to teach them what they don't know how. Lips is lips, I'm going to Jackson. Turn loose of my coat. I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. But they laugh at you in Jackson. And I'll be dancing on a pony cake. Oh, they'll lead you around town like a scarlet hound with your tail tucked between your legs. Yeah, go on to Jackson.
Lucy Cochran over there, classing me up yet again. Very good, very good. What do y'all think about Lucy? Do you like her?
We love Lucy.
God, people get with the program. All right. Y'all care to do one? Sure. I've had enough. I've peaked.
Are you out of here?
I've peaked, Bill. I'm done for the day.
How about a hand for Russell Brown? Y'all doing a great job up here. Come on.
Don't embarrass me.
Everybody, come on.
Oh, go on.
We're going to let Russell take a little break. We'll show the band off a little with some picking music. Anybody still love Merle Haggard out there? Anybody? Yeah, we love Merle Haggard. Here's one for all the working folks. It's a big job just getting by with the 9 kids and a wife. I've been a working man dang near all my life. I go back working as long as my 2 hands are fit to use. I'll drink my beer at the tavern and cry a little bit of these working man blues. Keep my nose to the grindstone and work hard every day. Might get a little stoned on the weekend, but after I draw my pay, I'll go back to working. But on Monday morning, I'm right back with the crew. And I'll drink a little beer at the tavern and sing a little bit of these working man blues. Well, sometimes I think about leaving. I wanna do a little bumming around. I wanna throw my bills out the window, catch a train to another town. Keep on working. I gotta buy my kids a brand new pair of shoes. I'll drink my beer at the tavern, cry a little bit of these working man blues. Here come that working man. Lucy's a working girl, y'all. On that big old bass guitar from Pensacola, Florida, Mr. Bill Cook. Our second Florida man from down in Miramar, here's Mark Mazza. One more time on the pedal from the great state of Maryland, Miss Lucy Cochran. Well, hey, hey, working man like me. I ain't never been on welfare. That's the one place I won't be. I'll keep on working. I gotta buy Maybe it's a brand new pair of shoes. I'll drink my beer at the tavern and cry a little bit of these working man blues. I say I might tie one on down at AJ's, y'all, and sing a little bit of these working man blues. This song is for you working folks. Yeah, the mighty Merle Haggard, y'all. How about a hand for the boys and girls in the band?
Calm down.
What's all the big deal?
Just Nashville people doing what Nashville people do. Up here being the best musicians in the world. Sounding good. What do y'all think about this band? Do you like them? Well, too bad. Party's over, boys. I'm back.
Yeah. Can we do 4/4 in D flat?
All right, this is Lucy.
I think.
Now, Lucy is from Maryland, and is a hell of a fiddle player. Damn good vocalist.
Yes, she is.
Terrible person, but 2 out of 3 ain't
Hey,
bad.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
2 out of 3 ain't
is fine.
bad, you know, I will say that. She's going to get to feel sorry for herself for a minute.
Here's some good 90s country or 70s country rock, depending on how you look at it.
Depending, yeah. It's both.
It was originally a Linda Ronstadt song. Terry Clark had a big hit with it in the 90s.
Yeah.
Will lay my head on a railroad track, waiting on the devil in. But the train don't run through here no more. Poor, poor, pitiful man. Poor, poor, pitiful me. Poor, poor, pitiful man. Oh, these boys won't let me be. Lord, have mercy on me. Whoa, it's me. Well, I met a man out in Hollywood. Now, I ain't naming names, but he really worked me over good, just like Jesse James. Yes, he really worked me over good. He was
Lucy Cochran on that one, y'all. What do y'all think about this band and Lucy? Do you like? Hell yeah. All right.
You're
What do
supposed
you
to
want?
say, I love Lucy, right? We just set it on the platter for you. Do y'all like Lucy? We love Lucy, yeah. See?
Told you it wouldn't catch.
Wow, that's great information. It's called Drive, yeah. Yeah. She came up and requested this. Now, Bill, this could have been anything. She's like,
She knew the date.
yeah, she said, the one that came out 21 years yesterday. And I was like, well, what would that be?
She must be a big AJ's
And I was
fan.
like, well, what is it? But it's Alan Jackson's song is what it is. One of our favorites.
And who was it that asked for this one, for Drive? You know the story behind it? I didn't know it till recently. I remember when it came out on the radio. It was one of Alan's gigantic mega hits. He had several of them. I always liked it. I knew it had something to do with his dad, but I was flipping channels. I guess it was 2 summers ago. It was on the 4th of July. And I landed on the PBS Independence Day special, and Alan was one of their featured artists. They had the big American flag draped behind the stage. And if you've never heard Alan talk, he's a very soft-spoken guy. He's like considered one of the true gentlemen of country music, always has been. You probably never hear anybody say anything bad about Alan. And he was talking about this song, and he said, you know, I wrote this song for my dad when he died, and I didn't want to write like a sad, tear-jerking, cliche kind of a country song. I just wanted to write something that was reflective of my life growing up with my father. And then, of course, he and his amazing band played it. It was phenomenal, and it hit a little bit differently after hearing him tell the story. Especially if you got kids, you can certainly relate. It's a special song. It's definitely one of our favorite Alan Jackson songs for sure. So thank you for that request.
Yeah. And, 21 years, man. I did not realize. And now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I guess. But it seems like that song came out 10 years ago. Yeah. Gosh, where's it go, Bill? Thank you for this request, y'all. Here's some Alan Jackson, one of our favorites by request. Painted red, stripe was wide as 18 feet from the bow of stern line. Second hand from a dealer in Atlanta, I rode up with Daddy when he went there to get her. Put on the shine, put on the motor, built out of love and made for the water. Ran her for years till the transom got rotten. Piece of my childhood that'll never be forgotten. It was just an old plywood boat, 75 Johnson and an electric choke. Young boy, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would turn it sharp and make it wide. He'd say, can't beat the way it all would boat right. Just a little lake across the Alabama line, but I was king of the ocean where Daddy let me drive. Just an old half-ton short bed Ford my uncle bought new back in '64. Daddy got it right cause the engine was smoking. Couple burned valves, Lord, he had it going. Let me drive it, we'd haul off alone down the dirt strip, or we'd dump trash off a thick bin road. Sit up in the seat and stretch my feet out to the pedals, smiling like a hero that just received his medal. It was just an old hand-me-down Ford with 3-speed on the column and an in the door. A young boy, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would press that clutch and keep it right. He'd say a little slower, son, you're doing just fine. Just a dirt road with trash on each side, but I was merry old Andretti I'm grown up now, 3 daughters of my own. I let them drive my old Jeep across the pasture at her home. Maybe one day they'll reach back in their file and pull out that old memory and think of me, smile and say, just an old worn out Jeep, rusty old floorboards, a heart on my feet. A young girl, 2 hands on the wheel, I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would turn it left and steer it right. He'd say, a little slower, girl, you're doing just fine. Just a little valley by the river where we ride, but I was high on a mountain where Daddy let me drive. Daddy let me drive. Oh, he let me drive. Just an old plywood boat, 75 Johnson, and an electric Joe. Thank you. That's a hell of a song right there. Great request.
What a great tune, man.
All right, guys, keep those requests coming. We got time for a few more. Whether it's old country, even older country. I guess 21 years. I mean, that song's old enough to drink.
Yes, it is.
But let us know. Remember, the number one way to get your song played is tip the band. Right there is our lonely little tip jug. We're grateful when you support live music. We can't do it without you. You can also scan the QR codes. You'll see them out there on your TV screens, your tabletops, your bar tops. Scan those with your phone. Request a song. And I guess the third way is still in effect, Jason?
It is always in effect. There is a third way to get your song played for all the day drinkers out there. We don't want you to drink by yourself, so if you would bring us around a drink, we can drink with you, and we'll play your favorite song. That's the third way.
Yeah. You know Bill Cook? You know Bill, huh? Of course. Bill, here he is, holding court. Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
As always. Yeah.
This young lady comes up, she's like, can I have a picture with Bill Cook? The legend, man.
Yes.
Yes, of course you can have a picture with Bill Cook. Look at this. God.
Oh,
The legend.
That's awesome.
Right?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Where are you from? Washington State, lives in Florida now, came to Nashville, and she's like super thrilled to get to have her picture taken with Bill Cook.
The man, the myth, the legend. That's right.
That's the most Bill Cook thing that can happen on the Bill Cook Experience.
Exactly
I mean, just good Lord have mercy,
I got
Bill.
2 more gigs, and they will not top that. That's
No.
the coolest thing that's going to happen.
Well,
today.
and here's the thing. Now, Lucy here, Lucy, when I asked Lucy to play this gig with me, she was like, is Bill Cook going to be there?
That's a true story.
That's the truth.
I swear it's true. And my mother came to town on Thanksgiving. She's tuned in. Hi, Mom. I love you. Hope you get out of jail again soon. I'm sorry that you just can't straighten up.
It's nice that they let them watch on Sunday.
Yeah. They let her tune in on Sundays. It's nice. But my mom came in, and this is no lie. It was Thanksgiving, and she came in, and she looked over, and she went, where's Bill Cook? Because Bill wasn't playing with me. I was like, he doesn't play every shift with me, Mom. And there was this level of disappointment. I could just sense it. Like she looked at me as if I didn't want you to play every shift with me. Like why would you not have Bill Cook with you? You know, one of those
A
things.
level of understandable disappointment.
Right.
of
I mean,
course.
I'm disappointed all the time when Bill Cook's not there. Sometimes I'll just be having coffee on my day off and be like, man, this would be a lot cooler with Bill Cook, man.
We did have a Garth Brooks request we got to get to. Anybody still like Garth out there? All right. Well, here's a song that I took French in high school, and I always wondered, Why did they name a city and a song after a red stick? Because that's what Baton Rouge means. So here's a song about the red stick. I spent last night in the arms of a girl from Louisiana. Though I'm out on the highway, my thoughts are still with her. Such a strange combination of a woman and a child. Such a strange situation, stopping every 100 miles. On Baton Rouge. The replay of events last night rolled through my mind. Except the scene or two erased by sweet red wine. I saw a truck stop sign ahead, so I changed lanes. I need a cup of coffee and a couple dollars change. Call it Baton Rouge. All right, y'all sing along if you know the words. Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up, won't you put her on the line? Gotta talk to the girl one more time. Samantha, dear, I hope you're feeling fine. And it won't be long until I'm with you all the time. Until then, I'll spend my money all right down to my last dime. Calling Baton Rouge. Yeah. Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love in a Baton Rouge. Hurry up. Put her on the line, gotta talk to the girl one more time. Oh, in Baton Rouge, sweet Baton Rouge, my Baton Rouge. Whoa. Lucy Cochran on that fiddle, y'all. What do you think?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That one went out to Kara, and we got some Randy Travis coming up. But first, Lucy's got to do this one.
Let's do Blame It on Your Heart and George.
She's always looking to blame somebody for something.
Apparently somebody's not in good cardiac health in this song.
Right. Yeah. This is so good. Bill,
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised. I mean, you're not taking more pictures today? Did you tell her you can't? Bill will be signing autographs, taking pictures for 7 minutes after this gig. So start lining up, ladies. Start lining up.
You've got a thing or two to learn about me, baby. 'Cause I ain't taking it no more, and I don't mean, baby. You don't know right from wrong. Every love we had is gone. Just blame it on your lying, cheating, cold, dead beating, two-time and double dealing, me mistreating, loving hard. Well, all I wanted was to be your one and only. But all I ever got from you was being lonely. And now the dream is laid to rest, 'cause you have felt the
on that one, y'all. Now listen, we got to do this Randy Travis song by request featuring the infamous El Guapo himself, Bill Cook. But Lucy's going to come out and say howdy to you. If you like what you're hearing or you just feel plumb sorry for us, we appreciate it when you support live music by tipping the band. Remember, you're never obligated to tip us, but, I mean, it's Bill Cook. I mean, why would you not?
Well, it's Russell Brown.
Listen,
Brown.
Listen, when people get excited to be around Bill, I understand, because I look forward to every show I do with Bill Cook. It just makes life easier, you know, and more pleasant and sound a lot better. Yeah, just one of those things.
Well, this is appropriate. This will probably be our last song, and this is the song. Didn't Bill, you tell us that he always closed his shows with
He
this
did,
song?
yeah,
right?
forever and ever, yes.
So without further ado, is anybody still love Randy Travis out there? Come on.
Bill Cook spent 13 years with Randy Travis, and now he spends Sundays with me. I tell you, Bill.
And 13 years is really kind of a humble way to put it. Bill is still with Randy Travis. They in perpetuity because
Right.
they're out touring Randy's music now. Randy can't do it. Tell them about that, Bill.
Well, it's called The Music of Randy Travis, and Randy evidently can't sing, or we know he can't sing, so he's there all the time, but we have a different singer, and the original band is there, so it's a great deal. We try to keep the music of Randy Travis alive and keep it going.
Guarantee Randy Travis can still out-sing pretty much everybody else. Here's the Randy Travis by request, young lady. Bill Cook's number 3 fan. You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now this love that I feel for you will always be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As long as I live, his love that I give is gonna be yours till the day that I die. Oh, baby, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. They say time takes its toll on a memory, makes people forget things they knew. It's easy to see, it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. They say time takes its toll on a body, makes young girls' brown hair turn gray. Honey, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, hey, I love you anyway. Oh, darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, just listen to how this song ends. I'm gonna love you forever and ever,
Russell Brown, everybody. Russell Brown.
Thank you. Bill Cook, ladies and gentlemen. We had a request for one, but we're just not going to have time to do it. We're already over our time limit, y'all. And I think it was it Pete from Maine wanted to hear it? Man, I'm sorry. We just don't have time to do it. It was these girls right here. I'm sorry. We just don't have time to do it, and I apologize because there's another band got to take the stage. So we got to start tearing down so they can start setting up. Then we can all work on getting tore up. You know what I'm talking about. AJ's Good Time Bar, Sunday, Nashville, Tennessee. Can you make some noise for us out there? I want you to remember our friend Erica back behind the bar. Listen, guys, Erica does a great job sometimes for sure, and I want y'all to make sure to take good care of her. I promise she'll take good care of you. Most importantly, take care of yourselves and one another. There's enough bad people to go around, so let's all be good to each other, y'all. Have a good time out there. Thank you.